What's up, Pokemon trading card game fans? Welcome to episode 98 of the Special Conditions podcast, where our love for competing and collecting collide. Special Conditions is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, December 8th. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Tuttle, and I'm joined by my co-host, Ken Pescator. What is up?
Hi, Adam. Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
I've had not too much. I had a weird dream last night that I was in this fancy restaurant like gathering thing, and I wanted to be just like whoever what it was that was eating like cookies, because they were like kicking them into milk and then
they were kicking the cookies into milk?
I don't know how to explain it. They were like flipping them and just, I don't know, like all fancy like.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, and dipping them into like chocolate and then into cream. I don't know. It was like, but it looks so good. And I woke up before I could find a cookie.
That is
because all the other cookies
that's a weird
were like
dream,
a lot
dude.
smaller. Yeah, it was like all the cookies were small, and so all the fancy people were taking the large ones. I don't know. I can't explain it. But anyways, we're here to talk about the TCG of Pokemon.
Wow. Wow. Oh, it's so good. Oh, and just real quick, by the way, I'm recording this on my mobile rig on my Yeti microphone, not a standard microphone. So if I sound a little different, that's why. All right, Adam.
I was wondering.
Yeah, what do we got going on?
I was wondering
today?
why you sounded like you were inside a deck box of Pokemon cards. But on today's show, VMAX Climax secret rares were revealed, which is absolutely insane.
They are
we
so
will
good.
Talk about them.
They're so good.
Card of the week this week is Flygon from EX Dragon Frontiers.
This is an oldie, man. I like that you picked this because I would not have picked an out of format card. So this is exciting.
And then the art of the week this week is Starly, the Starling Pokemon. And you know what? Actually, I had a guest come in today, and I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of greetings. Like, I said, "Hey, how are you today?" And she goes, "I'm doing sparkling." And I was like, "Wait a minute. That is so good."
I'm doing sparkling.
I'm like, I've heard fantastic, fabulous, stupendous, doing great, awesome, all those things.
Interesting. Stars. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
And then we're going to wrap up with a topic from Ken, open some TCG cards from TN Comics, and Ken's going to be talking about grading cards.
I have, dude, working in the sports card industry now, I'm around graded cards all day long. I'm constantly talking about graded cards and auctioning and preserving cards, and it's just, I can't escape it. So I think
So what you're saying is we just get the metal plastic container ones that just like hold the card in it, right?
No,
and then it's
metal
graded.
plastic
It's
containers.
graded.
What are you using? Garbage cans?
No, the plastic containers, the ones that they have magnets and they seal the card inside.
No,
but
no,
like,
no.
can
Like
be
they
pulled
get this,
apart?
like a screw down. No, don't put it in there. Don't do that.
The screw actually goes in the middle of the
It
card.
goes right in the middle of the card. You just glue it. You have to paint the card with glue. No. All right. Well, I want to talk about these VMAX Climax secret rares because these are the best looking cards I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. So these were released over on PokeBeach.com. These are fabulous. They are so good looking. My favorite out of all of these is the Ariados with Janine.
Dude, they're all so good. How many?
But like you have N riding on Zekrom like in the sky.
That's
with a sunset. Like no way.
That's my favorite out of all of them. Is the N with Zekrom.
And then you've got like Leon with Charizard.
All right,
and
well,
like,
hard stop. This card is going to be insane. You know this card is going to be insane. The Charizard. So be ready, people. Another Charizard.
I know, right?
Hunt.
We're gonna another Charizard, another PSA 10. You need it, gotta have it.
Ugh. And a Chonkachu.
There's a new Chonkachu. I mean, it's the same Chonkachu, but there's a new Pikachu V and a new Pikachu V Max. Both have red on the card, so instantly those are gonna be chase cards. And then not to top it off, they did a lot of cards dirty. And I mean this in like the opposite way. Like they did them a good service. Because now there's a black with gold coloring Pikachu VMAX. So it's almost like a shiny Pikachu VMAX.
It's a weird looking card.
There's a Rayquaza VMAX that's like shiny gold emerald. Like, it's so sick. I mean, I don't know why they did Duraludon, to be honest, but that's one of them. There's a Mew, which is going to be absolutely insane, bonkers to find. I hope this set is similar to how Shining Fates was, where the gold Eternatus and the gold black background Eternatus VMAX were like fairly common.
Yeah, because I pulled one.
Yeah, like I've pulled a playset of each.
No, I think people are going to
I mean,
dude, this
I've
just
bought a lot of packs, but
it's got Charizard in it, man. It's just going to be another one of these sets, dude. It's just going to be another one of these sets. But this is going to be Brilliant Stars, right? This is February.
So some of these cards will be most likely become part of the Brilliant Stars set. I don't think all of them will, but a good chunk of them. I could almost see most of the character art, like the Charizard with Leon, the N with Zekrom. Like, I think those ones might make it into the set, because in, I believe it was Cosmic Eclipse, is when we got the character cards.
Yes.
So
I think you are right. Yep.
It was either that or Unified Minds, but I'm pretty sure it was Cosmic Eclipse. But that's where we got all those cool trainer cards. And those were in the reverse holo spot. So these could all be in the reverse holo spot. And then you could still pull a V-Star. So
yeah, well, because mechanically, the Brilliant Star set is, you're going to want your V-Stars.
Right. And I think for, like, they could do a mini set kind of like Shining Fates or anything like that, but have the chase cards be those black background with the gold and the green and all those borders.
That's sick.
But yeah, V-Star releases February 25th, and still no events, so that's kind of...
Yo, regionals are going to be here soon.
Listen, I know. I don't know, like, that being the entry point, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Like, regionals were something that you led up to that. You went to locals, you went to your cities, your states, and then you went to your regionals.
But just think about those events, though, because with Pokemon Go being there, it's just going to be that much more crazy at these events.
I know.
It's going to be nuts. It's going to be absolutely nuts. Crash course. Justin was like, yo, what do we need to do to build your regionals deck? I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Well, it's got to have 4 Urshifus and...
Dude, so I went to the Philly show, the Philadelphia Sports and Memorabilia Collectible Show. There was a huge Pokemon presence there, and I should have bought them. I'm so mad that I didn't. Someone was selling the new League Battle decks, the Rapid Strike, Single Strike Urshifu decks, for $20, and I didn't buy them. I'm so mad.
That's a good deal.
Dude, those
are typically $29.99.
I know. I couldn't do it, man. I don't know. I've been so conservative with money. I was like, dude, I can't spend money right now on this. I bought my niece and nephew Christmas presents. I was like, all right, that's a justifiable expense.
Well, that is. You ready to move on?
Yeah, let's do card of the week. I know nothing about Dragon Frontiers, dude.
Okay, so Dragon Frontiers was a set that came out, and it had Delta species. I mean, there were more sets had the Delta species, like Holon Phantoms and stuff like that. But the Dragon Frontiers was unique in a way where it would make Pokemon a different color. Or I think the whole Delta species was that, because you'd have a Typhlosion, because that's what I started this, like, playing competitively. I went in with a basic structure deck of Typhlosion, and Typhlosion from Dragon Frontiers is not very good. But he's also a psychic type with a water weakness, I believe.
But what makes a Delta species? What is that? Like, what is? I see. I'm so clueless.
So it was just Pokemon that, like, a Feraligatr could be lightning.
So it would change those things, like the makeup.
So like, you know that a Totodile is a water type, but it's actually in the card game a lightning.
Right.
So it gave light and shined and helped some Pokemon shine brighter than they've ever shined before because they got to see play because they were a different type.
Interesting. But you have Flygon here. So what's the deal with? It's funny. You secretly love Flygon. You talk about Flygon a lot, even in Pokemon Go.
I do like Flygon a lot.
But what's the deal with this?
It's not my favorite, but this was the first card that literally destroyed me. So it's nice. Flygon EX. So this thing has 150 hit points. It's a stage 2. Now V normal Pokemon that you just play as basics have 210. So it had a PokéBODY, which were something that is now like, because everything's changed. So PokéBODYs were kind of just, those are always on effect. Those are just always in play. Those just always happen.
Abilities, but you didn't have to, they were passive. They were always on. You didn't have to like use it as part of your turn.
Exactly. So this thing says, it's called Sand Damage. So a homage to the video game, Sandstorm. As long as Flygon EX is your active Pokemon, put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's bench Pokemon between turns. You can't use more than 1 sand damage PokéBODY between turns. Obviously, I don't know how you would get away with that, but so this was insane because you just evolve into this, leave it up, and all of my benched basic Pokemon would take 10 damage.
Yeah. And again, this was before the real power creep.
Right. And so I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. And this was the first tournament. And I'm playing, I'm evolving, and I've got a couple damage counters here and there on pretty much everything. Everything has at least 10 damage. So the next turn, after they attach the energy, because they rare candied into the Flygon, and then they attached an energy, and then the next turn they attached a double rainbow energy, and it said, this attack does 80 damage. It does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. So I was like, okay, you did 80 to my active, and then everything on my bench took 10?
Another 10.
And then it just kept happening over and over and over again, and I was like, okay, I can't win. This is insane.
All right, so the PokéBODY has to be a basic Pokemon, but this Psychic Pulse attack doesn't need to be...
No, so I was evolving to try to get out of it, so I could take less damage, but I kept taking more damage over and over and over again. And Pokemon back then only had so much hit points. Like the basics were 40 hit points, so if you had... And like that's the thing, I think I had a Cyndaquil that I couldn't evolve, and it just died after like 3 turns.
Nice.
And it was just like they took multiple prize cards. It was insane. And then they could pair it with Flygon, the Delta species version from Holon Phantoms. Now, this is a weird one because it's grass and steel, and Flygon's typically like a dragon and like ground type.
Right.
And so it has Delta Supply. It's a PokéPOWER. So it says once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach a basic energy card or a Delta Rainbow Energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon that has Delta in its name. Can't be used if he's affected by a special condition.
Yep.
Now you see where I was going with the show. So that was a brutal like energy acceleration back then, because you could get the Rainbow Energy and then be able to hit the double Delta Rainbow Energy, and it was just insane.
That's awesome.
And then Swift for 60 damage. And then typically what Swift does is damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or anything, any PokéBODYs or abilities or anything on the other defending Pokemon. And this is cool because its weakness was colorless. So back then there was no dragon, so that was kind of the only way to say that it's weak to something.
Right.
But it's resistant to lightning and fighting.
Ah.
So it had a double resistance, which was sick.
All right, so now I get why you picked this.
Yeah, and this was in one of the first super competitive decks I played, like at a regionals. It's called like Argon, which you played these two in combination with Mew Star and the promo Mew that's Delta. They both did the same thing, but one allowed you to copy anything from all of your opponent's Pokemon, and the other one only copied the active. So you would be able to hit their Flygon for the 80 and then do more damage.
Right.
Then you could play Rayquaza EX, and I think that said it did 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Just like it was kind of like a sniper. And then its ability turned, I forget what it said, but I just know that it cost less colorless energies per something to attack. So you could attack for like 1 if something, I don't know. All I know is that that's the kind of the combination that you played, and it was brutal.
It's interesting looking back. Like I just Googled it. 2006 is when this came out. So, you know, this was a while ago, and definitely well before like these big fat hit point cards were around. So it makes, you know, you hear 10 damage now or whatever it is, the spread damage, and you're like, it's no big deal. But like, yeah, I could see how this could be an absolute threat back in the day. And back in the day, I mean in the early 2000s when this came out.
And that's insane because you just said 2006, and like I was playing when this came out, but I didn't go to any like big events until 2008. So I guess I've been competing for a lot earlier than I thought I did. That's wild.
There you go. All right. Well, what else we have here? We got art of the week. I like your choices. So Adam picked these. I especially like this last one on the list. But why don't you talk up Starly here?
So Starly, it's flavor text on the one from Majestic Dawn. It says, usually with a large flock, it is barely noticeable alone. Its cries are very strident.
It's like noble and little. Like,
yeah. It's like you don't notice if it's by itself, but usually they hang out in large flocks.
Yeah.
And its cries are very strident.
Well, I can
strident
picture
gums.
Well, by strident they mean like jarring, you know, I'd imagine. So it's like I could see this thing like being, you know, a Pidgeotto screams just like bah! And it's annoying. Like I can see this like screeching through your eardrums. But you chose a Japanese card here, which I typically don't do. So what's up with this one?
So there was only 8 to choose from. The first one's from Darkness Ablaze. It's just nice to see Japanese writing sometimes.
Okay.
Because you pay more attention to the art than you do the words, because I can't read them. But this one's amazing. This one is Starly, and the background is so blurred out. It just shows motion by the background, which is very unique to me.
But Starly looks super cute in it. It looks very not threatening. Right.
I mean, it looks like it's going in for a worm, but like there's no worm that's canon except for like Caterpie or Weedle. It's just like, is this eating one of those?
There is lobsters. Wasn't that in one of the anime episodes they mentioned lobsters?
Yes.
It's like, wait a second.
Yep. What is that? Is that a Clawitzer? I can't tell.
No, I do like this one. This one is cool.
Yeah, but like you can tell that they're like white birch trees in the background, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I think
like
this art is absolutely stunning. Illustrations done by Nayo Kimura. I think. I don't know.
I would say Nayo Kimura.
Nayo Kimura.
We're probably both wrong.
Probably. And then the next one, when I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, what? I had to do like a triple take. So this Starly is from Breakthrough, and it's like inside of a spaceship or something.
Yeah, what is up with that, dude?
I have no idea.
It's either in a spaceship or it's in Las Vegas.
No. It's definitely in a spaceship.
I'm going with Las Vegas.
It's like Clefairy picked it up and was like, you're hanging out with us.
I'm totally going Las Vegas. That's the dance floor. That's a dance floor and disco lights. That's all that is.
No, not at all.
I dig the white highlights on this thing. Look at so this one, the background is crazy, but it has this really cool like white faded like gradient highlight.
It's like a glow.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Looks really, really
Which
cool.
Which makes me think that the aliens captured this. iGleam captured this, and then they like put it under some sort of mind control, and it looks like a robot, or it's like an AI.
It's just dancing on the dance floor with disco lights. Definitely look up this card in the description, the one from Breakthrough. It's hilarious. Kyoko
And
is the artist.
Kyoko Umamento.
Umamoto. Kyoto uno momento, por favor.
And then this one's got to be my favorite out of all of them.
Oh, this one's cool.
Because the art style is so... It's not pixelated, but it's like 2D art.
It's almost like cubism. Like,
yes.
It looks like it could be papercraft, too. It's just very, very... I don't know.
And there's a lot of color in it, which is really nice. And then you can see like sun shining through the trees.
This is Crimson Invasion.
Crimson Invasion, correct. It's just stunning.
That's a really good looking card. No, yeah, this art style is awesome. Miki Kudo is the illustrator. Very, very cool. I don't remember this card. Is this card in the American set?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't remember this card. That's a really good looking card.
See, that's the beauty of this. Like, looking back is just being able to look at these arts. Because previously, especially for me, I've looked at all these cards a million times, but I just kind of like flipped through them because I would never use them because their attacks do little to nothing and they've never been competitive. Like certain cards.
Yeah, I like how in Japanese cards I can still read the numbers. Like I know that attack does 20 damage. I don't know what attack it is.
And I think the other one says they're either asleep or you draw a card.
Funny. No, I think I'm going to go with the Crimson Invasion one as my favorite of the three. I think even more over the one in the disco.
No. The disco is just there to be funny. But the other ones that we could see, a lot of them were just kind of like stock image, which I absolutely hate. I think that's the worst thing to do, to put it on a card.
Yeah.
Just to say you did it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, like this new set and these new Pokemon come out. Let's just use stock images. And then we'll put like a blue background.
No, those cards will never make it into Art of the Week. And if they do, it'll only be out of irony.
No. It'll be out of, there was only two to choose from, and this just happened to be one of them.
Mega Aerodactyl. Only one option.
You had no choice.
Nice.
All right, Ken, how you feeling after all that?
I need to be hydrated.
All right, you ready to take a break?
I am.
All right, folks listening, we'll be back right after these soft tones. And we are back. Thank you all for that. Appreciate it. I hope Ken is hydrated.
I am. I'm drinking peach seltzer, and it's really good.
Peach seltzer?
Peach seltzer.
Listen, my mustache is getting like out of hand.
What does that have to do with seltzer? Sorry.
No, well, like I was drinking my water, and it's like, maybe it's just the way that I drink, but like it just keeps getting all over me. Just like I'm just drinking like
How long
like
is
an
this
animal.
mustache?
It's not that long, but I could use a trim. Good thing I have a lawnmower 4.0.
Yes.
All right, a little housekeeping real quick. This podcast is powered by Patreon. You can check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support the show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 is going to get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. Yes, shout out to everybody that's in the Discord. Y'all rock.
Yes.
All patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pokemon Go and TCGO prize tournaments. Registration's in the Discord, and yeah, we'll see you there.
Sweet.
Huge thank you to our gym leaders, Absolutely Ryan, Dig Dug Rob, Grant, Jamal, JD Mojo Jojo, Magikarp Diem, Talon, TN Comics Wiz, and Big Sa Minus. And a special thank you to our executive producer, Tish Smith. Thank you. It means a lot.
Thank you, Tish.
If Patreon's not your thing, there are a few other ways you can help us out. If you're listening to us on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. We would greatly appreciate the review.
Yes,
because I think we're lacking in the reviews.
Totes, we need some reviews. Definitely do. Hook us up.
Yeah, even if you tell how bad I am at podcasting, it's still a review, you know?
I guess.
No, I'm just kidding.
It
no,
definitely still is a review. All right, I have a pack of Evolving Skies here.
I have a pack of Vivid Voltage.
I have a green code card. I will read the code. It is D4J B4 HD PW9 JGW. All right, good luck. Hopefully someone fun or something fun is pulled in that digital pack. All right, here we go. We got Psychic Energy, Snow Leaf Badge, Hippo Potatoes, Tentacruel, Bagon, Woobat, Timpole, Psyduck, Eevee. My reverse is a reverse Eevee. And my rare is a Glaceon V with a green code card. I'll take it.
That's wild.
Green code card, and I didn't make a big deal about it. Glaceon V.
You should have made a big deal about it.
Okay, I'm excited. Great.
See, that's why I went Vivid Voltage, because even if I get a green code, at least I could still pull something good.
Wonderful.
Like an amazing rare. I actually got a white code, so don't get too excited, everyone. My code card is LVRQMLDWZ9667. Good luck, trainers. I just did the energy.
Did I even say that it was full art? It's the full art.
What?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right.
That's the full art.
You need to send me a picture of that as soon as we're done podcasting.
Send it to you right now. Go ahead. What'd you get?
Oh, no. Okay. Fire Energy, Nessa, Swellow, a Zebstrika, a Blitzel, Slugma, Beldum, Milcery, Wooper, Reverse Hollow is a Nincada. Oh my god.
What is it?
Why is it stuck? It's stuck.
What?
No, it's like legitimately stuck. Hold on. I've been trying to like push the Nincada up and down and pull it and left and right.
Why did this happen?
I don't know. It was literally stuck to it. Oh, that stinks. There's a little bend in my Colossal VMAX.
Oh no!
VMAX Colossal, let's go!
Put that's your playable one.
Yeah, that's the playable one. That stinks.
All right. Well, we both had good pulls.
Yeah, it looks like there's a bend in the bottom left of my Nincada, like going backwards, and it stuck. It like made itself stuck to the Colossal VMAX. That's so weird. That's like when you see the pack openings on YouTube, and then it's like they're like, oh, I don't know what it is, and then they like whip it open. Only I couldn't whip it open, or like it was literally stuck. I had to peel it apart. That's so awful.
Oh no!
But awesome pulls. Thank you, TN Comics. We love you. We appreciate you.
Awesome. Yeah, if you go to tncomics.com and use the promo code FULLHEAL225. Yeah, FULLHEAL225. You get 5% off your in total order. And yeah, thank you, TN Comics. Appreciate y'all. All right, Adam, I got a topic.
Is it a hot topic?
No, it's cold
Are
topic.
we listening to emo music?
No, yes. No, this is what I want to talk about. So, in the sports card world, there's, of course, PSA is king, right? And SGC is gaining ground, but, PSA is still dominant. But something I've noticed, and we've talked about it here on the show, is the amount of, like, pop-up grading places that have come to be over the last couple of years, and really since quarantine, and PSA being so backed up, it had filled, there was a need for quicker turnaround grading houses. So here's my question. When you personally, let's say, I know you have slabbed cards, but do you care that they're slabbed because of their value? Or are you doing it simply to preserve them for whatever the grade may be? Are you doing it from an investment perspective? Are you doing it just to preserve them? Like, I'm trying to get my head wrapped around, like, people that play the card game, like you, what their strategies are in terms of grading, because the people that I know that typically grade Pokemon cards are not the players of the game. You know what I mean?
So I do it out of the fact that I love Delibird. So it seemed to be the best way to use my collecting want, because it's achievable to get every Delibird PSA graded 10. It's very achievable.
So it's almost like a collecting goal. And but PSA is the important part of that, right? Like would you get a card like are you going for just PSA, or is it just that you wanted it slabbed by whoever? Like an SGC would be okay, or TGA or whatever.
Ideally, I would like one of every Delibird graded, period. So I don't actually care where it necessarily came from. But I do have several like CGC slabs. And I do have one that I posted a picture of on our Instagram, the 25 days of Delibird.
Oh, the German one?
Yes. And it's from PGS.
So,
and it's like, I've never heard of that.
Well,
but
that's what I'm talking about, though. Like, I know
But I also have a German Delibird.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so cool to have. It means
no, it is cool that it's a German
because
grading
it's
house.
very unique.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that's what I mean. Like, in the sports card world, it's like PSA or SGC or nothing. Like, Beckett is kind of passe now. Like, you don't really see too many high-end cards graded Beckett anymore. I've seen plenty of people take their Beckett graded cards and have them, re-slabbed into PSA, even if the grade changes because the standards are different. Like, I've seen all this. So it's very interesting to me how the Pokemon community approaches grading. And I think that they're doing it for much different reason than what I'm getting used to seeing in the sports card world. Like, because I'm seeing all these pop up and smaller grading houses, and people are posting plenty of photos online of like these slabs from these grading houses that I've never heard of. I mean, and don't get me wrong, aesthetically they look phenomenal, but it's not going to necessarily help the value in any capacity in the same way of if that was a PSA slab. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I have 4 PSA graded 10 Delibirds. So that's how I know it's definitely achievable.
Yeah, but if you had, like, let's call it, what is the other one that has like the customizable colored labels that you can get? Is that TGA?
TGA, or it's the Grading Authority?
The Grading Authority, right?
One of the
yeah,
two.
that's they're one and the same. That's what I'm saying. Like that, I see a lot of people using that, and it's like, well, they're not doing it for the value. They're not necessarily doing it for the investment. Is it just the collectible part of it? And if it's just the collectible part of it, then why bother with PSA? PSA is so expensive. It's so unapproachable right now. You know what I mean? Like their cheapest one is still $200, I think, or $150. It's just baffling to me. So I just wanted to get your feedback on that, because I just see the Pokemon community grading in much different ways than the sports card community. Like, I don't know. It makes me give hope to these small businesses that are opening grading houses. Like, initially I was like, these things will never do well, but it's almost like, yeah, they may not ever be on the level of PSA, but that may not matter. They might be able to still operate and be profitable and, give people graded cards for a long time. I don't know. Interesting.
That's wicked interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe they're not trying to be the next PSA. Maybe they're not trying to compete with PSA. Maybe they're just finding their own place within the community as a grassroots thing, or, hey, we're doing this to serve the collector community more so than the investor community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. So that's why I kind of want to open the floor to the community, our community, to like let us know, like, how are you slabbing cards? What's like the bullet points for you? What are the check boxes? Are you doing this for investment? Are you doing this to preserve the card, like for integrity? Like what are your thoughts when it comes to grading? I'd love to know. Email us, info@specialconditionstcg.com, and hit us up on social at PokeProfessorNet, PokeProfnet on Twitter. I want to know. I'm genuinely interested. Genuinely. But Adam, I think that's
a genuine mint.
Like a genuine
PSA 10.
PSA 10 gem mint. I think that's a show, dude.
I think that's a show.
That's awesome.
And like Ken said, email us, info@specialconditionstcg.com. Leave us a voicemail, text us, send us a picture, 732-835-8639. No, seriously. Send us a picture of your slab cards. We want to see what your collections look like.
Yes, share them slabs, especially if you have like a cool like road case for your slabs. That's like all the rage in the sports card community, and I want to nerd out like that. People walking around, it looks like they have like guns. Like it looks like they're carrying a gun case, but it's really just like a foam road case, like of their slabs. It's so funny. They like roll up to the trade night looking like thugs. So funny. But before,
they just put on their blue blocker glasses. Yes, they're like
aviators. But before we go, I do want to give some special thanks to our show supporter tier patrons: Ace Trainers, Adrock, Alex, Andrew, Brian, Chad, Carol, Chris, Cody, Garrett, G-Stacks87, Griggle788, Harry, Heracross Boss, James, Jason, J. Mackle, Justin, Ken, Lady Goobly Meat, Malcolm, MD Raider, M. Pitts, Pokénabot, Purple Pancakes, Ricky Sam, Smeatwad, Steven, Winston, and Woodwoes Wolf. Thank y'all so much.
And you're not out of breath?
I took many breaths in that one. I broke it up a little bit. Lured up, I try to do it in one breath, just for funsies.
All right, trainers. Remember, if you're affected by a special condition, don't forget to use a full heal.